Alright guys, I am Shantae with Completely Crafty by Shantae, and I want to thank you guys for joining me tonight. We are going to do my last wreath for my craft show tonight. After tonight, I am all done with making. I have a couple of custom orders, but no more, because I'm thinking I don't think I'm going to have enough room, to be honest with you. But this is what I made this afternoon. It's a doggy wreath, and it says, "Dogs welcome, people tolerated." And it has, I found this pink, and it has like little fishbone, little paw, and I thought I would top it off because you know how much I love my polka dots. I did it with some polka dots.
Love it.
So, and I did a mini because I thought nice and cute and hopefully an easy sell. So that's what I'm going for. I have a goal for myself for this event, and I am praying that I don't come back with half the things that I made, but we shall see. This is what we're going to make tonight. This one says, "We're dog people," and officially I can say that. I do want to tell you, I used my jewel punch to punch that with no problem. Try to do it with this bad boy, and it broke. So this is my second one that I have broken. No. And I bought a heavy duty one, but it's intimidating, so I don't like to use it. But I had to today. So you love polka dots too, Carol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the same black and white check mesh.
That's pretty.
Hey guys, I'm being rude. My friend Susan is with me today.
Happy Wednesday.
We missed her last week. So we're going to use this black and white check mesh, and then instead of the pink, it came in a khaki color.
Oh, nice.
And it has the hearts, the little paw prints, and the little fishy. And I thought I would add a pop of color with some red. And so again, I'm using the mini. I think it's 8 inches. Yes, an 8-inch ring. Hey Nina. So what I'm going to do, I usually do 10, but I did 9 on that, and it's still full. So I'm going to go with 9. I'm going to put 3 of the pipe cleaners in each of the sections. I'm going to put 2 on the bottom and 1 in the middle. So let's get started. And I'll tell you all about my woes. we have been having, you know, hot temperatures, but you know, I was like, I'm not turning on the air yet. It's not quite summer. We don't need the air on. Nina said hi.
Hi, Nina. I have my air on.
Donna says my aunt is looking for me with the internet, so she's probably having issues trying to find me. So I decided to turn my air on Sunday because it's supposed to be 91 degrees, which I would be fine with, but my husband is a big baby and he don't like to be hot.
And the humidity.
And the humidity was bad.
Yeah.
So I broke down and I turned the air on. Downstairs felt great. I go upstairs to get some shoes, and it says it's 86 degrees, and I'm like, what? Why? I was like, the air is on. Granted, I just bought, let me rephrase, my home warranty bought a new unit last year because we had the same issues, and it's broke again. So we have to wait until tomorrow for someone to come out to see what the problem is. I'm like, I can't win. And we're expecting family. Donna said, hi, Susan.
Hi,
Glad
Donna.
you found me, Donna. I was having technical difficulties. I couldn't get on my page either. But Carol told me that Facebook was doing some updates, and so here we are. Okay, so again, I used 9 pipe cleaners.
It is going to be nicer next week.
Yes.
So.
And we're just praying. We're praying for no rain on Saturday. No rain on Saturday. Not this Saturday, next Saturday.
Right.
Okay, so I put 2 in the bottom, 1 at the top, and I cut my mesh. I'm going to put 2 curls in each of the bottom, and that is, I cut those at 10 inches each, and then I'm going to put 3 pieces of mesh. I cut those at 20 inches. So, yes, ma'am, and heat rises. And of course, that's the one that keeps breaking on us.
I love that material that you found. The checkerboard.
Yeah, this nice fabric.
Love it, love it.
And again, I wouldn't care if it was just me, but you know, next weekend for Father's Day, we're expecting company, and we don't want them to be in the heat. So, oops. But they're family, so they'll understand. They just have to stay in the basement.
Which is generous. It always feels good down here.
Yes. Actually, I have a little bit of goosebumps because it's cold in here. To me, it's cold in here to me. I'm just tying it real tight, and then I'm going to fluff it up so that they perk up a little bit. And again, I'm putting 2 curls in each tie, except for the top layer. And I'm not making the curls really big, not too tight. Because there's been a shortage on work forms, a lot of the coaches have been using Unique in the Creek boards, I believe they're called. So I haven't ventured to try to use one yet, but I'm thinking that I might try one for fall. They're unique. So I'm going to see if I can try my hand at one, because we will be starting making fall wreaths. Actually, I'm going to work on Christmas, and then do 2 Christmas and then some fall. I rearranged my room. I always like to, because my mind can't work with the clutter. So because it's a new season coming up, I've gotten rid of everything that was summer and spring and Easter related. So that's been put away. I moved my mesh board over because I'm trying to get my husband to I need him to put my pegboard up. So I moved everything over. I rearranged my other drawers.
You sure did.
So that
Wow.
But it's so weird because I'm so used to coming over here for my stash. I have to get used to that. Hey, Gwen. How are you? We're making a dog wreath tonight.
And Rome's not even in here.
Which I'm afraid, he didn't hear Susan come in, so I'm afraid when he sees that she's here, he's going to be barking and making all kinds of noise. So, if he comes in a barking, I apologize ahead of time.
You got me right before I didn't ring the doorbell, so that might have been.
But normally if he hears a door opening, he's coming to be nosy.
Gotcha.
And he did not, and I even called him.
Yes, you did.
So, he must be knocked out up in the heat, which makes no sense. It's like, why are you up there when it's much cooler down here? So.
My cat's freaked out from all the cicada noise. She doesn't know what to make of it.
Oh my goodness, it's so obnoxious. But someone made a good point. We can live to say that we live 17 years, another 17 years to hear them. So, all right. So guys, I'm going ahead and working on my next step. But let me fluff that up a little bit. So I've already done the bottom, and so now I'm going to work on the top. And I've cut these at 20 inches, and I'm just going to curl because the edges on this fabric He is a sweetheart, Roxy. I love him, but he's stubborn. I love him to death, but he's stubborn. I guess he's the second child. You know how the first child was good and the second child is going to test you.
Talking about me.
So he's my second child. And he be testing the mama. Okay, and I'm asking for favors again. So I edit these videos that I do live on Wednesdays, and I post them the following week on my business page, but I have them sped up. So if any of those videos happen to come upon your feed, if you wouldn't mind sharing them, I would love that, so that people can start to get used to me, because one day, I'm going to go live on my business page. One day.
And I'm hoping, be great.
I'm hoping it's next month. But, hey, Lillian. Thanks for hanging out. Hey, LT. Guys, thanks for joining. And I'm glad you found me, because, you know, we were having some technical difficulties, so we made it. I was pulling out all my electronics, trying to get, so, okay, so we are all done the base. So let me show, just in case you guys who didn't see, this is what I made this afternoon when I got off from work. So this one says, dogs welcome, people tolerate it. And so this one has some polka dots, and the pink ribbon has paw prints, fish, and some hearts. And so today, or not tonight, I'm going to do this one. We're dog people. So next time I'll get some cat ones, but I didn't see cats. I only saw the dogs. So I don't want to discriminate.
No, these are great.
So I picked... they had the 2.5 inch of the khaki with the same pattern, and I thought I would add a pop of red to give it a little color. So we're going to just add those two. You're absolutely right, LT. She said, it's their world. We just live here. We just live in it.
Right.
He's so funny. You would think he works all day. You know, he sleeps, he gets his 8 hours, and then some. He's a mess. Hey, Miss Patty. All right. It's cute.
Got all these wonderful ladies with you this week.
Yes. I so appreciate the support. Okay, so remember next week. Next week will be a quick live, because I'm just going to show you the stuff.
All the goods.
Everything that I've done in preparation for the craft show. Hey, Miss Roxy, this purple shirt is my logo. It says Completely Crafty by Chanti inside a sunflower. So all of my people, season 2, all my people, I made shirts for them.
I'm excited.
For the craft show. Susan won't be able to make it. She'll be there in spirit, but she got a shirt anyway because she's part of the team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to be there too.
There'll be plenty. I officially have one more, I know for sure, in October. So I'm hoping I have another one in November, but I'm definitely scheduled for October. And Thurmont, Virginia. Nope, Thurmont, Maryland.
Oh, gotcha. Used to take Will to the zoo there.
Roxy, you're boom. She says I was the bomb.com. We used to email each other stuff like that when we were at work. The sound effects and all.
Love it. Got one of these snuck away. I'll just stick it there so you can reach it. Oh.
You guys having rain? We were supposed to have some rain yesterday and today, and
Yes.
I think it happened last night.
It happened late, yes.
Yeah,
Started
but
thundering and
but I didn't see anything today.
just stayed a little overcast.
My craft show is Saturday the 19th, Father's Day weekend, and it's in Berryville, Virginia at the Park and Recreation Center. If it is just cloudy or sunny, it'll be outside, but if it's raining, they'll put us inside. So I'm praying that it's good weather for everybody. Right. And then Roxy, I'm doing Color Fest too. So this will be my first time doing, this is my first, it will be my second time doing the craft show. So I'm excited about Color Fest because it draws lots of people. Almost finished the bottom. I was telling the group that I broke my punch on this thick sign, so I'm still going to buy another one. It'll be number 3, but I'm going to buy another one because, again, the big one is intimidating and it's heavy.
Oh.
And I really don't, I don't really know how to use it. I got lucky that I must have left the metal piece in, so it cut the hole for me. But my husband's like, well, just Google it. I said, I don't have time to Google. It's like, I need to make the hole punch now.
Right.
The Color Fest is a huge craft show in Thurmont, Maryland. You might hear it referred to as Oktoberfest, but most people know it as Color Fest. And so there's artists from all over coming in to sell their goods. I went for the first time 2 years ago, and I bought things for ornaments for my wreaths at one of the vendors there. They have a lot of nice things, and then there's lots of food, there's music, there's entertainment.
Nice.
A nice family event. I know, Roxy. That's what I'm afraid of. Roxy said I will need to double my stock for Color Fest. I was like, yes. So one of my goals and my prayer is that I make enough from the sales at the event next week so that I can get a hitch put on my vehicle so that I can rent a trailer from U-Haul to store everything, because I know I'm going to need the extra space, because I know my car is not going to be able to carry everything.
And make sure you can lock whatever you're attaching.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I looked to try to rent an actual U-Haul truck, the cost was just too much, and I'm just thinking it wasn't economical enough for me. So all right, so here is the bottom.
It looks so good.
This one is framed a little bit. All right. So I have 3 left. I saw a couple of my cubbies. They had yard sale. Sorry, not yard sale. They were at craft shows this past weekend. I think Carol had one, and I think her name is Teresa with Wreath RN, I think is her business. They were both at craft shows, and I was like, I have a lot of stuff compared to what they have. And I was like, uh-oh. But my husband was like, but that's what you do.
Yes.
I was like, I know, I just want to be prepared just in case. It's my first one. But I also don't want to lug it all back home either, though. So, for all you praying folks.
That's right.
I know I'm asking for a lot.
Can't have enough of those.
But I need some prayers. I normally crisscross them at the top, but I'm going to see what it looks like with it just feathered out like that. Oh, you know what? I do have one more wreath to make. I need to make my sunflower one.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll work on that. I'm a little nervous by that only because, you know, it's for me.
Oh.
So
Everything
it's going to
you
represent
make.
my business. So
Your work speaks for itself. It's definitely top notch.
thank you. All right. Nina, I'm praying you are right. My girlfriend from North Carolina, she's going to come up to help me with Color Fest. Because she comes up every year to go to the event. And she's like, I'll come up and help you. I was like, yes. Because it's a 2-day event. It's Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, so. All right. So we are done.
That is so nice. I love those little fish.
All right. So I'm going to put this guy in the middle. Roxy, one of my friends, she wanted a sunflower one too for her porch, and she lives in Harper's Ferry, and she was seeing how the way her house sits, she's going to have to put the wreath in the house because the wind blows so bad that she's afraid that it would destroy. She said her cushions on her chairs are in the yard because it's so windy. So I was like, oh, that's not good. That's just like me with my screen door. I don't remember it until I go to put the wreath in that I need to do a pancake wreath for my door. But I want it to be fun and, you know, and vibrant, and so I want to put all the, like for Christmas time, the balls on it. Well, they get squished.
Right.
So
like slice them in half. And just
I need to figure out something. I'm thinking it needs to look nice. Not that the pancake ones can't, but I mean, I would prefer a little puffiness. It's like having big hair. You want big hair. You don't want fat hair.
I love big hair.
I actually don't like big hair. I don't like for it to be all over the place. You can't tell, but I need to get my hair done, so that's why I have big hair. This was an easy, quick one.
And it just looks so good.
I'm just going to fix these tails a little bit because I don't want Aunt Donna telling me to fix my tails.
Fix your fish tails.
And actually, I'm going to put that behind there so it stays up. What do you guys think of that?
I love it. Oh, you got to tuck the sign string under.
Oh, yeah, I had to cut it.
Right. I know you said you leave it on there in case they want to.
Right, to make it adjusted. Yeah. What do you think about this, guys? All right, let me actually see. Because it's fabric, well, they all fray, unfortunately, but. So since we have a whole half hour, I'm going to go ahead and finish.
There you go.
Aww. Roxy, I miss you too. We got to figure something out. So I'm just wrapping the wire around the base. Thank you. It's nice when you can get it on a crossbar, but it doesn't always work out that way. And I'm going to cut it so that I don't have to wrap it too many times. When I did the one this afternoon, of course, the wire poked me.
Oh, no.
It's like, you know,
ouch.
Crafting is dangerous. Awesome. Yes, I have these two plus one more that I did last week that I still need to put on in my store. So if you guys are in the market for a new wreath for your door, check out my page. I'm at www.CompletelyCraftybyChanti.com. Donna, my high school, which is John W. Hallahan Catholic High School for Girls, is closing its doors. This is the last class. I am we're the oldest Catholic high school, 101, I believe. But they are closing the door, and our tradition is we jump in a fountain in Philly, and so that was all over the news.
Oh, that is.
Oh my goodness! It's so I'm so upset.
Oh, when are they closing it?
This will be the last class. They're not.
Oh wow!
But you know, alumni were fighting it to see if we can try to figure out a way to save the school.
Why are they saying?
They were seeing, I think, attendance numbers, but
okay.
I'm not sure what the real reason is. Well, technically I do, but since I'm on a live, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say. I won't give my opinion. I just hope that we can save my school. All right, ladies, we are done.
Just got the string on the sign.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that.
Okay. Very nice.
Since it's the same color as the brown mesh, I'm just going to leave that there.
Definitely. It's so awesome. I love it.
Oh, that's a good idea, Roxy. She told me to make a memorial wreath from my school. Huh. I bought a few t-shirts, but I could probably buy a banner and do that. Roxy, that is a great idea.
That is a good idea.
It saddens me. I was like, I just can't believe it, but you know, they'll find somewhere else. I hope that to go and start a new tradition somewhere else. So, ladies, I appreciate you hanging out with me. Oh, let me get my other one.
Oh, there's one.
So we have the pink. If we're going to do, either way, but here's a pink one and then here's a neutral color one. Roxy, they definitely are turning. I'm thinking I can do something.
I love them.
All right. I appreciate you hanging out, and I will see you guys next week for you to see all the madness that happens behind the scenes of preparing for my craft show. You guys have a good week. Be safe. Stay warm. No.
Stay cool.